John 10 verse 10, I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. Our verse tells us that God is not just somewhere observing His creation from a distance, but God personally came to be with us so that we can live our life in fellowship with Him, for us to enjoy His guidance, His care, and love every moment of every day, not leaving you and me with an empty life, but giving us life to its fullest. This is such a comforting verse, Jesus telling us that we don't need to wait until we are in heaven to enjoy Him, as He is telling us that even now, at this very moment, He wants us to enjoy everything about Him, that He is right next to you and me. He sees us, He hears our thoughts, feels our pain, guides our actions, that He is not a distant God, but He wants to be personal and real in our life. Why? Because He is interested in every detail of our life, not just in some of the things that we go through, but in everything. That is how much our Father cares for us, how much He loves us, and we are never off His mind. David wrote in Psalms 139 verses 17 and 18, How precious to me are your thoughts, O God! How vast is the sum of them! If I would count them, they are more than the sand. I awake, and I am still with you. However, we sometimes make the mistake of thinking that God is only interested in the big events in our lives. God can certainly handle the big things, but He also cares about the small things. In all things that make us laugh or cry or worry or sad, God is present in us. And because of His presence in us, God knows about the pain you are suffering due to an illness or COVID. He knows about your migraine. He knows about your diabetes, your cancer, your fever. He knows about that Meralco bill that needs to be paid, the tuition payment that is overdue. He knows about the trouble you're having at work, about losing your job because the company closed down. He sees you when you wake up in the middle of the night and you are unsure of what may happen tomorrow. He knows how much you fear about being able to make ends meet to provide for your family. You may have experienced what it feels when no one cares about your problems. Sadly, many children feel neglected by their parents who are too busy in their work. But this is not true of Jesus. Jesus came to be with us. When your migraine is pounding, He cares. When you didn't get the promotion at work, He cares. When you lost a loved one, He cares. If it concerns you, it concerns God. And as we experience God's presence, we will begin to watch Him repay our painful times with His unconditional love. We will also begin to realize that in those times when we feel that we are at our lowest point, He never left us. When we were weak, we were strong because we had God in us. I don't know what you may be going through right now, but tell God what is in your heart, what is troubling you. Tell God about your tears, even your desires and your pains, as well as giving Him your praises. Come to God at this very moment. God is a God with us, and He cares for you. To God be the glory.